Hello, welcome to another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana, learning about yourself through the lens of a spiritual poem that's millennia old. How are you today? I am recovering. I really thank everyone for their good wishes. One of the things that this COVID has forced me to do, because I have, in fact, had some pretty bad COVID brain, is to re examine a statement from one of my favorite TV personalities, who shall remain nameless, but if you know the personality, you'll know who I mean. And one of that person's favorite sayings was, and I think still is, if you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. And I've been thinking about that because I can't remember a darn thing sometimes. So even trying to plan ahead for this, which has got less and less frequent, is challenging because I won't be able to remember what I planned for, at least not this week. No. So I thought, well, why not just tell the truth about things? So I've been very truthful with myself this morning. And so, so where'd it go? Anyway, I have to be truthful right now. So one of the things about this sickness yesterday, I was thinking as I was lying in my hammock, how lovely actually being sick this beautiful week was. Because if I weren't sick this beautiful week, I'd be running myself ragged. I'd be doing all the yard work. I'd be walking. I had a ton of stuff planned for work. And instead, I had to just lie in a hammock and literally watch the leaves change color. And it was amazing. I didn't realize how quickly the leaves change. I mean, you might be noticing from joining me every day, but like the trees behind in just 48 hours or less went from green to yellow, and now the leaves are falling off. But even though that's a tremendous gift, my choice, my default choice is, but I'm angry I got sick, and I'm angry at the circumstances that led to me getting sick. And I realized this morning that, I mean, clearly, I've had little visions of this lately, is that is just my default way of looking at life. Whenever I have a choice of how to feel about something, I tend to feel angry about it. And even when I get up in the morning, like I check the news. Checking the news is a good way to make yourself angry. Or if I turn on the TV, it's one of those detective shows where they're finding the people that did wrong and making them pay. So this is something that's great to notice about me, is how I default to anger. And I realized this morning as I felt the anger why, and that is, it makes me feel strong. Like when I feel angry and I have this thing in my body, I still feel like I can do what I usually do. My physical strength, like the Hulk, does increase when I get angry. But then I also realized the price. Man, it takes a toll on my blood sugar. It's taken a long-term toll on my health. And then I also realized that when I want to feel safe, I choose humor. And I am wearing this for a reason. Can you see that big stick behind me? That fell out of. So there's my hammock, right? Which is kind of under a tree. And I'm usually afraid of acorns falling out of the tree and onto me. That big stick, that tree branch fell out of the tree yesterday morning. And I did some yard work yesterday. And I have been, if you happen to watch me ever doing yard work, if you live in my neighborhood, I wear a bicycle helmet now when I do my yard work because of the acorns, because of surprise tree stick. That's not the only stick that's fallen out lately either. So safety. And I realized that when I want to feel safe, I default to humor. Oh, this is how I approach life: humor and anger. And it's just amazing to really have that smack me in the face with the truth of it. What I'm encouraging you to do today. Oh, and I could tie this into trees, actually. Fall trees. The trees are showing their true colors. The true color of tree leaves when it's in the warmer months is masked by chlorophyll, the green stuff that helps them turn sunlight into energy. And now that there's sunlight's going away, they don't need it anymore. These are the true colors of a tree. So showing my true colors. And this practice is dedicated to Ed or Arjuna. Man, I am so sorry you missed the changing colors down where you are now. And I've been sending him pictures every day, and I'll be sending you more today. Thanks for your support. And so today I'm encouraging you to, like me, really notice the default that you bring to life. Do you bring, if in a situation you could be one way or the other? I mean, you have an infinite choices to your emotional response to any situation. That's one of the things the great sages show us is whatever happens, you can choose your reaction. Like Krishna is telling Arjuna in the Gita to choose, the reaction should always be everything's working for the greater good. Everything's okay now and everything's working toward the greater good, which let me tell you is really not my default choice because I've seen some pretty crappy things. How could it all be? But that's my choice. Instead, I'll get angry about it or try to make myself laugh. So today, I'm just encouraging you in our contemplation in your life. What do you default to, and is that the default you want? Because, like I said, anger makes me feel strong, but after that initial strength wears off in a couple minutes, I feel what it does to my blood sugar and my tissues, my vertigo, everything. It's up to us. That's one of the great things the Gita says is it's all up to us. I'm going to go practice. I'm going to wear my hat. I'll show you the big stick at the end of the, oh no, maybe at the start of the balance pose. So then you're not distracted by it. But it's a pretty big stick. Look at this sucker. It's big. All right. I feel pretty safe here. Let's do our balance pose. Let's switch sides. And now for our contemplation. I realized when I took my helmet off and said, now I feel safe enough to take my helmet off. I could choose to feel that safe anytime, but I just don't. Wow. Let's contemplate our default choices in life. How do you default to feeling? See it in 5. Well, that's our 5 minutes of contemplation for today. Welcome back. And I wish you a day of your choice. I hope you choose to join again tomorrow. Until I see you again.